Tommy Lee, a name synonymous with boundless energy, limitless creativity, and a relentless spirit of exploration. As the legendary drummer of Mötley Crüe, Tommy Lee played a crucial role in creating a sound that rocked the world of rock and roll. More than just a musician, Tommy Lee embodies the spirit of freedom and self-expression like no other. With a character that's never afraid to be different, his influence extends beyond music, reaching into entertainment, fashion, and pop culture. As a performer, Tommy Lee has always provided unforgettable experiences, whether on stage with his wild drumming or in his colorful personal life. Thomas Lee Bass, better known as Tommy Lee, was born on October 3, 1962, in Athens, Greece. His family moved to Los Angeles when he was 2 years old, and by the age of 4, Tommy was already holding a pair of drumsticks given to him by his father. Inspired by bands like Led Zeppelin, Queen, and Judas Priest, he immersed himself in music with determination. In the early 1980s, after his band Sweet 19 stopped performing on the Sunset Strip club circuit, Tommy Lee met Nikki Sixx, bassist for the band Sister, who also circulated among Los Angeles musicians. They shared a vision to create a band with a more theatrical and aggressive style. After Sixx's band London disbanded in 1981, Tommy Lee and Nikki Sixx decided to form a new group. They invited guitarist Mick Mars to join and searched for a vocalist with strong stage presence. Lee remembered Vince Neil from high school, and after a conversation, Vince Neil joined them. Together, they formed Mötley Crüe, a band known for its energetic and controversial stage performances combining glam rock and heavy metal. Their decision to create this band led Mötley Crüe to the peak of success, changing the face of rock music in the 1980s. Mötley Crüe quickly gained a massive following and released their first album, Too Fast for Love, in 1981 through their own label, Leather Records. Shortly after, Elektra Records signed them, and the album was re-released in 1982. Mötley Crüe then launched a series of hit albums throughout the 1980s, including Shout at the Devil, Theater of Pain, Girls, 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 and Dr. Feelgood, making them one of the biggest hard rock metal bands of the era. Tommy Lee was known for his dramatic and action-packed stage presence, making him one of the most famous drummers in rock history. One of his most famous acts was spinning and rocking the entire drum set during his solo, creating a performance that relied not only on musical skill, but also on visual spectacle. He even allowed his entire drum set to be lifted and float above the crowd, making it appear as though he was playing drums in mid-air. These acts became Tommy Lee's signature, making Mötley Crüe concerts even more thrilling and captivating. On the other hand, Mötley Crüe's lifestyle, including Tommy Lee's, was known for its decadent and excessive nature, especially off-stage. The band often engaged in drug use, alcohol, and various forms of destructive behavior, which became part of their image as the bad boys of the music industry. Tommy Lee and Nikki Sixx in particular were often referred to as the Terror Twins because of their close friendship and their extreme lifestyle full of parties, drugs, and alcohol. Although their lifestyle often led to problems both in their careers and personal lives, it only strengthened the band's reputation as symbols of rebellion and freedom in the rock world. Despite facing various challenges, Tommy Lee's passion for music never faded. In 2008, Mötley Crüe released Saints of Los Angeles, which debuted at number 4 on the Billboard 200. This album marked Lee's return to the band after a hiatus. After more than 30 years of making music, Mötley Crüe decided to retire from touring by signing a cessation of touring agreement in 2014. However, in 2022, they returned to perform with Def Leppard and at various festivals, proving that their spirit from music remained alive. In 2025, they continued their musical journey by announcing a Las Vegas residency that began in March 2025, but was postponed until September and October 2025 due to medical procedures recommended for lead vocalist Vince Neil. Alongside Mötley Crüe, Tommy Lee has won numerous prestigious awards throughout his career. He and Mötley Crüe have been awarded Grammy Awards for Best Hard Rock Performance in 1990, 1991, and 2009. As part of the band that reshaped the rock music landscape, Lee has also received accolades such as American Music Awards, MTV Music Awards, and Billboard Music Awards. Beyond his success with Mötley Crüe, Tommy Lee has developed a solo career and appeared in various media. In 1999, after the Crüe's Greatest Hits tour, he formed a band called Methods of Mayhem, blending rap metal into their sound. The band released a self-titled album and toured to support it. Tommy Lee also released his first solo album, Never a Dull Moment, in 2002, which combined rap metal and electronic elements. Tommy Lee has also made guest appearances on numerous music projects, collaborating with artists like Nine Inch Nails, Rob Zombie, and Stuart Hamm.
Tommy Lee has had a tumultuous love life, marked by 4 marriages that have shaped his personal journey. His first marriage was to Elaine Starczyk in 1984, but they divorced after just 1 year. In 1986, he married actress Heather Locklear, but their relationship ended in divorce in 1993. Their love story was later immortalized in the Mötley Crüe biographical film The Dirt, released in 2019. After parting ways with Heather Locklear, Tommy Lee began dating model Bobby Brown before finally meeting actress and Playboy playmate Pamela Anderson. On February 19, 1995, just 4 days after meeting her, they married. Lee and Anderson had 2 children, Brandon Thomas Lee and Dylan Jagger Lee. However, in 1998, their marriage ended in divorce after Tommy Lee was involved in a domestic violence incident with Anderson. He was sentenced to 6 months in prison and served 4 months. Despite their divorce, the two briefly reunited after Tommy Lee was released from prison, but they eventually separated again in 2001. This case garnered public attention and affected both his personal life and career.
From 2002 to 2003, Lee was engaged to dancer Maite Garcia, Prince's ex-wife, who also collaborated on the Never a Dull Moment album and toured with Lee.
In 2008, Lee and Pamela Anderson briefly reconciled and lived together with their children, but their relationship ended again. From 2014 to 2017, Lee was engaged to singer Sophia Tufa before proposing to social media celebrity Brittany Furlan on February 14, 2018. They married a year later on February 14, 2019. Tommy Lee's love life, full of ups and downs, reflects many women who have entered his heart, with multiple changes in partners marking his personal journey.
As of 2025, Tommy Lee's estimated net worth is around $70 million. His wealth primarily comes from his long and successful music career with Mötley Crüe, including album sales, royalties, tours, and merchandise. In addition, his solo projects, collaborations with other artists, and appearances in reality shows and films have contributed to his income. Despite his lavish lifestyle and high spending, Tommy Lee has maintained and even increased his wealth through smart investments and continued involvement in the entertainment industry. Tommy Lee is also known for his extravagant lifestyle and the luxurious homes he has lived in. One of the most iconic homes he owned was a Mediterranean-style villa in Malibu built in 1991. The 7,500-square-foot house featured 6 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, and various luxurious amenities such as a lagoon-style pool, billiard room, wine room, and koi pond. This house was also famously featured in an episode of MTV's Cribs. After his divorce from Pamela Anderson, the house was sold and eventually destroyed in a California wildfire in 2019. Afterward, Tommy Lee moved to Calabasas, California, and purchased a luxury home, which he sold in 2023 for $3.6 million after several attempts to list it on the market. In 2021, Tommy Lee bought a new home in Brentwood, Los Angeles. This house offers a more serene and spiritual atmosphere, with Zen-inspired designs including waterfalls, stone paths, koi ponds, and a Japanese tea house. The property also features a glass garden room and art studio, creating a peaceful and private setting.
Tommy Lee is known for his impressive collection of luxury cars, reflecting his glamorous lifestyle and refined taste.
Among his collection, he has a 1968 Chevrolet Impala, a bright yellow classic car with a luxurious interior,
He also owns a Fisker Karma, a luxury electric car with a futuristic design, as well as an Audi R8, a high-performance sports car. Additionally, there is a Ferrari F8 Tributo, an Italian sports car with a powerful V8 engine, and a Rolls-Royce Wraith, a luxurious car with elegant design and exceptional comfort. This collection of cars reflects his success in his career and his lavish lifestyle. In addition to being known as a musician, Tommy Lee has a variety of hobbies and interests that reflect his creative side. He is known as an electronic DJ, collaborating with DJ Arrow in the Electro Mayhem project. They performed in over 60 clubs across North America in 2007 and debuted on the main stage of the Ultra Music Festival in 2004. Lee also has an interest in film and television. He starred in the NBC reality show Tommy Lee Goes to College in 2004 and Battleground Earth with rapper Ludacris in 2008. In 2022, he appeared in the horror-thriller film The Retaliators as a DJ in a club, showcasing his acting skills outside of the music world. He also authored an autobiography called Tommyland, released in 2004, where he shared his life story, including his career journey with Mötley Crüe and his turbulent personal life. Furthermore, Lee is active in animal rights activism and is a supporter of PETA. In 2010, he wrote a letter to Terry Prather, president of SeaWorld, protesting the treatment of Tilikum, the orca whale. He also wrote a letter to the Premier of Alberta in 2013, urging an end to the Calgary Stampede horse racing, which had caused the death of 50 horses since 1986. With these diverse interests and activities, Tommy Lee demonstrates that he is more than just a musician, but also a creative individual who cares deeply about social issues.